Hi everybody, my name is Anna Lefebvre and I am a business and communications major here at ASU, and I'm actually enrolled through the Starbucks College Achievement Plan. So I'm a barista up here in Washington State. So for this assignment, I've always had my kind of ideas about what I think a leader is just based on bosses that I've had in my life, whether it be people that I look up to or even teachers. So some of those qualities for me that I look for in a successful leader are people that are not afraid to make those hard decisions and are absolutely willing to listen and be open to suggestions and even criticism sometimes. So for the interview, I decided to talk with my uncle. His name is Randy Fiorito, and he owns a quarry down in Seattle, which is about an hour south of where we live. And I had my list of questions that I talked with him during the interview, but just kind of going over everything. His upbringing was quite privileged, I would say. He grew up on Mercer Island and then moved to Ellensburg for school, where he went to Central Washington and graduated with a degree in education. He decided to stay in Ellensburg and become the men's tennis coach, which I think is really cool because he said he wanted to just take a couple years for himself and do something that he loved and could enjoy, and that was coaching tennis, which I think is awesome. So after he coached tennis, he moved back to Seattle. His father had passed away and had basically gifted him the company and put him in charge of everything, which caused a little bit of tension between my uncle and his brother. And that tension, unfortunately, has been an ongoing struggle for my uncle for the past 20, 30 or so years. But he said initially when he was put into that position of leadership and running the company, it did not come as easily as I had thought it was going to. Right now, I see my uncle as just this easygoing guy who loves what he does and is really willing to try and make everything work for his employees and for his company. And so that with that, he's willing to take those ideas that his employees have, and he's open and he listens, but he's also very determined and dedicated to his work. So throughout the course of his adult life and maturing and really kind of coming into his own with this position, he turned this company into something much more successful than his dad had, which I think is just fantastic. And something that everybody hopes to do when they're a business owner. So my uncle being 72 years old today, he easily has the opportunity to retire. But one of my favorite points of conversation between the two of us was figuring out why he doesn't retire. And he told me it was because he enjoys what he does too much, and he's still learning new things every day, and it's keeping his mind active, and that's really all you could want when you are anybody at whatever age. I think we should always be learning, and we should be pushing ourselves, and especially if you're doing something that you love, then yeah, why stop? He's so dedicated to making sure that this company is successful, even after he decides to retire, that he's just put so much time and effort into it. I think it's really something that not as many people recognize as they should. So overall, I really appreciate more what he's done for the family and even just for himself. It's quite impressive. That's kind of the word that keeps coming to mind. It's very impressive, and I can only hope that one day I will possess some of these incredible qualities as a leader, as I now know that he has. So, thank you.